I'm Mark Cervenka, Cervenka Farms. We are in Pulaski County, Indiana, an hour north of Purdue University. I have personally been growing soybeans for, be 45 years probably. I'm a third generation farmer. My dad started farming in the 50s. A lot of that ground was even in longer than that. We're probably more like a 4 or 5 generation farmer. My daughters will be taking over the farm, her and her husband. And we've been a corn, bean, livestock producer for many of those generations. We're big into hogs, but now with commercial herds and everything else, that was not economical anymore. So now we're just corn, beans, and hay farmer. Timing of our bean planting is, my daughter does the bean planting, and so I like to get her out as early as I can. And it's always she thinks it's a race between me and her who gets the crops in the earliest. But she starts early, and the earlier we can get started, the better. We like to get the crop out and get the ground covered by early to midsummer and get as much foliage out there as you can. Last year we maybe started a little too early. We had our beans looking as good as ever, and then we hit that 3 days of Mother Nature's frost, and we ended up replanting probably 900 acres. But same thing will happen again this year. I'll do the same thing. We use ammonium sulfate on pretty well everything. With anymore with the steel mills and no sulfur being put up in the air, we've seen a big difference with that. Our local fertilizer rep got me started on that. We started noticing the corn getting yellow on our sand hills, so we started putting AMS on it. I just broadcasted the sand hills. After we seen such results on that, I started putting AMS on every acre of corn from that point on, and done yield checks and seen it was a definite reward to risk issue. So then we started it with the soybeans, and we started out in 2 or 3 fields in that, and seen remarkable response to that. And the following year, 100% of the acres got ammonium sulfate. We've always worked very good with our local seed reps, our fertilizer reps, and that. And because if any answers we don't have, which is there's many of them, they do have them, or if not, they will find somebody that has them. And I think that's very important. You're only as good as the people that are around you. What's important to consider with our soybeans and our plan is, everything's got to be done, you hope, at the right time, and it's a guess on when you're doing it. Just like with our planting, we try to plant early. We always try to go in with either a clean field or we burn down right after that. We work hard with our chemical reps on that, on timing, on spraying and application. That's very important. Same way, like I've mentioned before, with our insecticide trips and that, everything's got to be done at the timing, and you got to be able to put you need to put the right seed on the right acres at the right rate. And same way with your fertilizer and your chemicals, because we're all just stewards of the ground, and we want to leave it in better shape than what we got it.